Hello friend, welcome to my creative corner. If cozy grandma hobbies are your cup of tea, please stick around. My name is Shelby and I'm so glad you're here. Grab yourself a fun drink. I have an iced coffee today, but maybe you like tea, maybe you're in the mood for a Dr. Pepper, I don't know. Whatever you're feeling, go ahead and get it. Because we're gonna be talking about cozy winter hibernation hobbies. So you may have heard of the whole idea of the winter arc. That means at the end of winter, you're going to emerge from your hibernation cave a better, healthier, fitter, more perfect version of yourself. You're gonna have a good routine, your house is gonna look amazing, you're just gonna be a whole new you. It's a glow up. Okay, well, I'm here to push back on that because it's a good thing to live with the seasons, and to live seasonally means to embrace what each season has to offer. And if we're looking at what winter has to offer, we're thinking about short days, the sun is going down early, it's cold outside, we're in the mood and we're inspired to be creative. We want to spend time at home doing the things we love with the people that we love. That sounds like hibernation to me. We're like, you and me, we're like a bear. You know, we're a bear, we're going into our cave, or a squirrel, and we've collected our acorns and we have a little stash pile, and we're ready to spend the next 6 months or 2 months, or however long your winter is, hibernating, eating our acorns, and just chilling out and having a good time. I do think it's a good idea always to be sanctified, and we're constantly being sanctified. By God's grace, we get better every single day, from one degree of glory to the next. But our goal in life is not to make the most amount of money possible, achieve everything you ever might want to achieve, to become the most six-packed version of yourself. That's not why God put us on earth. God put us on earth to glorify Him and enjoy Him forever. And part of enjoying Him forever is to enjoy the seasons that He created, one of those being winter. Okay, let's get into the winter hibernation cozy hobbies. Cozy winter hobby number 1 is bird watching. There are so many beautiful wintertime birds. One of my favorite is the cardinal, of course, that bright red bird, but there's also an orange version. There's a few variations of the cardinal. The males and females look different. And I think it's really fun to watch what birds are in your area. So when I lived in Arizona, the birds were totally different to now when I live in Texas. And something specific you can do on here, what kind of turns it into a bigger hobby, is you can work on building a bird habitat in your backyard or your patio or whatever you have to set up. So you can have a bird feeder, you can make sure the birds have access to fresh water, like the little bird bath, making sure that's not frozen. I can only imagine how relieving it would be to be a cardinal on a long day and to see your house and that your house has fresh food and fresh water. Like that's luxurious. And then you get to watch all the cool birds. Next level is having a birdhouse, and that opens up a can of worms. Like, are we building the birdhouse? Are we painting the birdhouse? Are we getting binoculars? Maybe you could get like a little field guide, like a bird guide, bird watching in the winter guide, bird watching in your area. I bet you could find some of those books at your local bookstore. To me, this is a quintessential cozy grandma hobby, and it is not overrated. This is a wonderful hobby. It's one that I love. My favorite bird to watch is the blue jay because it's a bit elusive in my area. So when I see one, it's very special. Cozy hibernation hobby number 2 is what I'm calling Doggy Spa. This is something that I want to do this winter, and it's kind of in the vein of taking care of all your loved ones and tucking into what God has given you, being a good steward, and bumping up the daily to the next level. Like, we're romanticizing our day to day because we're stuck inside, there's less to do outside, it's cold. So I'm calling it Doggy Spa. Personally, I love when my dogs are freshly groomed, especially in the winter when it's cold and we're like snuggling with the dogs more. Like, there's more pets going on. We're just kind of in the house together. We're not going to the lake. We're not doing those hikes as often. We're kind of tucked up inside. So Doggy Spa, I'm talking like getting like a little brush to like clean under their toes, cleaning their ears, getting them nice and sudsy. Like, this is so fun to me, and part of it is because I did want to be a dog groomer and I love dogs, so this is very specific to me. But maybe you have cats and this is irrelevant to you, but I think Doggy Spa is a fun hobby, and I would like to get better at grooming my dogs. Like, it's so fun, it's so resourceful. Like, I'm not paying to get them taken somewhere. It's just fun. I love it. Doggy Spa. Hibernation hobby number 3 is felting. Felting is so winter because it is soft, tactile, it's not tedious, and there are so many examples of adorable homemade Christmas decorations made with felt, like these gingerbread houses, this Christmas tree, the Christmas cookies. I love these felted Christmas cookies. Like, I need to make these and put these in a bowl. Like, this is so adorable. And it's very minimal sewing or embroidery. Like, it's just fundamental basics of those skills. And so I feel like felting is a very approachable way to get into using thread and needle if that's not something you've ever done before. Like, you could make a little felted dog or cat for your best friend and give that to them as part of their Christmas gift. My bestie Faith made me a felted like little tea bag, like what you see on the screen, as a bookmark because I love tea and I love books, and like that is such a thoughtful gift. I love the apple, that it's a hair clip that's so cute. You can put your Christmas card in one of these felted envelopes. It's just adorable. You can do letters, names, banners. This is so cute. I need to go get me some felt. Hibernation hobby number 4 is collage. Another very tactile, creative hobby. It's not something you need to master. It's not oil paint. You don't need to learn mediums. It's not technical. It's just scribble on a bunch of pieces of paper, cut them out, and put them together to make some sort of beautiful scene. Like, a great example is this polar bear, or these mountains, or the tree. Like, it really doesn't need to be complex, and honestly, the more crafty and whimsical, the better. You can get fun paper at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Like, I always love looking at the different papers at Hobby Lobby, and I always wonder, when would I use that? You use it for collage. I love this one here, how there's like the little cabin in the wintry woods and the smoke coming from the chimney is music paper, like a sheet of music. That is so cute, and I know that Hobby Lobby has the sheet of music paper in their like crafting section, so I think I'm gonna try like this particular one. Cozy hibernation hobby number 5 is Bible journaling. This is such a nourishing hobby. Like, some of these are brain off hobbies, some of these are brain on hobbies. This is a heart hobby. This one is to nourish your spirit and your heart in this season, because the winter is difficult for a lot of people. I know for me personally, I'm like a summer gal. Like, I love to swim and be in the sunshine. And it's hard for me when the sun goes down at 5 o'clock. And I'm sure for some of you it goes down even earlier than that. So Bible journaling is a way that you can sort of dive deeper into your study of the word in such a fun and creative way. And you can do this as out there as you want or as simple as you want. It doesn't need to be crazy, but you can have fun color coding, sticky notes, markers, different journals for different themes. This is your chance to go to like the stationery section of Target and buy new markers or pens, or get on Amazon and buy some fun highlighters. What a fun chance to just deck out your Bible. And I can share from my personal experience that color coding my Bible highlighting has made a huge impact on my understanding of the word. Like, I'm actively engaged when I'm reading, and that has really helped my walk with the Lord. I've loved it so much. So if you want to know more about my personal Bible journaling, I'd be happy to share with y'all and make another video. Along that theme, we have a hobby that I have just started, which is a prayer closet. And I say hobby, but really this is so much deeper than a hobby. Prayer is an essential discipline of somebody who follows Jesus. So this is something we do without ceasing, as we learn in the Bible. But to have a prayer closet is just so meaningful. And so I cleared out a section in my closet, and I have some supplies there, some sticky notes, some tape, some markers, and it's somewhere that I can go in, close the door, be with the Lord, and nobody's gonna come and try and talk to me. I'm literally in the closet, like, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna come looking for me in the closet. Already so far, I've had such meaningful prayers to the Lord, and I've been discipled to by the Lord, and He's shown me and spoken to me already. It's been such a blessing to me, and I'm really excited. So there's so many fun pictures of like blankets and pillows and ways to make this extra cozy. So what a fun hobby in the winter. It's cold outside anyway. You might as well clear out a closet. There's probably a closet that you could clear out and just make a little nook, a cozy little nook. Like, how safe and secure. I feel so safe in there. The next cozy hibernation hobby is near and dear to my heart, and that is early 2000s computer games. And if you know, you know. I'm talking Barbie horses, Club Penguin, Putt Putt, Pajama Sam, The Sims 2 specifically, Animal Crossing, Arthur, Top Tropica. Like, these are so quintessential 2000s computer games. Computer kid. Like, this picture of the little girl on the computer, that was me. And this winter, while it's cold outside and when the sun goes down early and I'm not ready to go to bed yet, it's literally 6 p.m., I am gonna find myself on some early 2000s computer games. And I do know that Club Penguin has been reposted by somebody online. It's like called Club Penguin Online or something. And it's not a membership anymore, it's just free to play. And you'll be catching me on there. You'll be catching me decorating my Iggy. Like, I love the idea of cozy gaming. I love Animal Crossing and The Sims and Minecraft. I love those cozy games, but I want to get into some of the old cozy games. And you can purchase, I think on Steam, like old games like Pajama Sam and Putt Putt. You'll be seeing me do that. We'll be doing that. Maybe I should make a video doing that because that is so fun. I love that. Okay, my next hibernation hobby is being a library user. I'm talking going to the library weekly, knowing your librarians, having a routine. Like, I love the 90s cozy library aesthetic, like the school library aesthetic. And there goes all the way from that to like New York Public Library, gorgeous dark academia, like gorgeous library. There's a whole range. I personally live in an area where it's like 90s library vibes, and I love it. I love going to the library. It's so awesome. Everything in there, free. Free. My next cozy hibernation hobby is my Commonplace book. I already have a Commonplace book, so I've got a little jump on this one, but I want to get deep into using my Commonplace book. I want to be taking notes on everything that I'm learning, all the ideas that I see, ideas that I have. I want this to be like my log. Like, if I had a thought, I put it in my Commonplace book because that's how ideas grow. I personally am like an external processor, so writing things down is the main way that I'm able to be creative or even process my thoughts. Maybe you're like that. Maybe you're an internal processor. What is that like? I have no idea. If I finish a book, I want to write about it in my Commonplace book, or if I'm interested in a time period in history, I'm going to go to the library, I'm going to check out a book, and I'm going to write about it in my Commonplace book. There's so many fun options for this, like the traveler's notebook idea. You could use it in a planner. You can put this in your phone, just in your notes app. Really, the idea here is taking notes. Maybe even having a format. Like, remember in school when we learned the different way to format notes? Like, I want to get back into that. I want to synthesize my information in a quick sentence at the bottom of my page. And then one day you'll have these gorgeous stacks of journals of just your life's education. How cool is that? I love that. Okay, next cozy hobby is mastering the art of a sweet roll. Specifically, I'm talking about the cinnamon roll, a yeasted brioche dough. That's what a cinnamon roll is, with a cinnamon flavor. But a sweet roll can come in so many flavors. Blueberry, lemon, cookie butter, raspberry, matcha, cake batter, cranberry orange, chocolate, peaches. There's so many flavors. And I think it'd be fun for us to master the sweet roll, to master the dough, yeasted or sourdough, to share them with our community. It would be so fun to like have the different flavors, bring them to church or to a family dinner, and then when y'all try them, you could put like a rating scale on the different flavors and decide which one's the best. Like, I wonder if cinnamon rolls are the best, or if maybe there's a flavor out there that's even better that we should be replacing our cinnamon rolls with. Like, I want to know. I want to master the roll, the art of a sweet roll. What a fun hobby. Cinnamon rolls are so wintertime. Christmas in a dessert. So let's master that before Christmas, so that Christmas morning we are able to just whip up the most fresh Cinnabon looking cinnamon rolls that have ever been eaten on a Christmas morning. Okay, my next cozy hobby is having and building your herbal cabinet. Homeopathic herbal sickness prevention cabinet, like being your own little pharmacist, but with herbs and homeopathic remedies, like having your fire cider and your elderberry syrup, your raw honey and your bee pollen, like having a little collection of sickness prevention and wellness. I think that is so fun. Like, what a generational art and practice that is being lost today. How cool is it if you're getting a little sore throat, you go into your beautiful cabinet with your lovely bottles, and you pull out the few things that you know are really good at helping a sore throat, and you kick it to the curb with your herbs. Like, God gave us these resources and he put all of this in nature for us, and I think we should be learning more about it. Another plug for the library, like you could get a beautiful collection of books going, or maybe a half-price books or thrift books. My next cozy hibernation hobby is cooking through a whole cookbook. Like, there's so much time in the winter, just months and months of darkness and cold for you to be cooking yummy food. I think it's so fun to pick a chef that you love, like maybe an online chef or a chef that you watched growing up on Food Network, and you pick a cookbook and you cook through the whole book. And I love the idea of telling your friends and family that you're doing this, and then maybe when you eat your meals, you will all sit down and you'll rate the recipe, and then if you love the recipe, then you'll try it again, you'll add it to your rotation. And then building on this, like you could do a cookbook club with your friends, and you could pick one cookbook and you all bring one recipe from that cookbook together. So there are so many good cookbooks these days that I love, that I would love to do this with. And another little plug for the library has a cookbook section, so you could 100% do this for free. And my last cozy hibernation hobby to build off that is to create your family cookbook. I love the generational cookbook idea, like grandma's recipes written down in a beautiful book, passed down to your great-grandchildren. Like, that is so special. And I'm sure that you have recipes that you love, even if they're from Pinterest or if they're from TikTok. Like, write them down, put them in a notebook, or get a beautiful recipe book. Like, they have blank ones. Just do little cards and have a little recipe box. But collecting those recipes for generational use is so beautiful, such a lasting thing to do. And what a fun thing to invest in during the winter time. Like, that's free to you, but it is a treasure to the future generations. And to make it even more fun, like you could add a little illustration on each one, like maybe you've mastered a sweet roll, so you draw a little picture of a sweet roll. And I love the idea of adding your family's recipes to this. Like, you ask your aunts and your uncles and your grandparents and your parents what are their recipes, what your favorite recipes from them are, and you add that into your cookbook. What a lasting thing to do, so special. All right, those were all of my cozy hibernation hobbies for us to try this winter. So if you like cozy grandma hobbies, if that's your cup of tea, please stick around, because I'll be doing many, many more cozy hobby vlogs, including this winter, including some of these hobbies I shared with y'all. If you like the video, I would love for you to leave a comment, maybe share a hobby that you're planning on trying this winter, or maybe if you are inspired to try one of these hobbies. I would just love to hear from y'all. It means so much to me that you're here. That is just such a blessing to me. So I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.